Hi students, today we'll start a new chapter, that is chapter number 2, Forms of Business Organization. The syllabus provided by CBSE is covering sole proprietorship, partnership, Hindu undivided family business, cooperative societies, company. So these are the different forms that we'll study here. Also we'll study the features, advantages, limitations of this type of business organizations. So number 1, we'll move on with sole proprietorship. The word sole means only and proprietor means owner. Therefore, sole proprietor means the only owner of a business. Sole proprietorship is the form of business organization which is owned, financed, managed and controlled by a single person who enjoy all the benefits, all the profits and bears all the risk. So what we understand from here is sole proprietorship is the form of business where there is only one owner. He is financing, managing, controlling and owning the business himself or herself. So in sole proprietorship we have single owner, so it is also called single ownership, sole tradership, single proprietorship. These are also the terms for sole proprietorship business. Now we'll see where it is suitable. Sole proprietorship is best suited in the following businesses. Number A, business which are carried out on small scale with modest capital and limited managerial talent, such as medical store, local grocery store, bakeries, small factories. So here there is only one owner and he himself is the manager, controller, financier, owner, everything for that business. Business where customers demand personalized services like tailoring shops, beauty parlor, internet cafe, hair cutting salons, dry cleaners, etc. Next is business producing artistic goods such as embroidery, craft center, etc. Business where risk is negligible, doctor, chartered accountants, lawyers, etc. So in this type of businesses, sole proprietorship is the most suitable. Next we'll see the features or the characteristics of sole proprietorship. Number 1, formation and closure. The formation and the closure of sole proprietorship business is not difficult. So, excuse me, it is quite easy to form and close a sole proprietorship business as there are very less legal formalities there. So it is quite easy there as there are no more member of owners, no separate laws are to be made. There is no partnership deed or some agreement between more owners or more number of partners to be made, since there is only one owner. So the formation as well as the closure of such type of business is quite easy. Next, liability. The liability of the sole proprietor is unlimited. What do you mean by liability is whatever losses may occur in that business will have to be suffered by the owner himself. The owner himself or herself is liable for all the losses. If there are more loss, if the losses are too high, in that case the owner may need to sell his personal property, car, house, etc. All the assets of the proprietor may be attached to pay off the liabilities of the business. So the liability is unlimited in case of sole proprietorship. Always remember, the liability in sole proprietorship is always unlimited. There is no limit of liability. Whatever will be the amount of loss, you need to pay for that yourself if you are the owner of the business. Next is sole risk bearer and profit recipients. You need to bear the risk all alone. If there is loss, you have to suffer. But if there is profit, you are alone the person to receive the whole of the profit. You don't need to pay the part of profit to anyone as there are no partners, no more owners. You are the single owner. So all the profits will be distributed or provided to you only. Next is one man control. Since there is only one owner, so he has the full right to take any decision regarding his business. He doesn't need to consult anyone, doesn't need to get the permission or the suggestions from others. He don't need to get anything or any verification or permission from anyone as he is the one-man controller of that business. Next is no separate entity. In the eyes of law, there is no difference between the sole proprietor and his business. In case of any legal cases, in case of any illegal activity of the business, the sole proprietor will be held liable and responsible, as there is no separate entity. The business does not exist in the eyes of law. In the eyes of law, the owner or the proprietor and the business are same. So if there are any misdeed, any illegal activity, the proprietor will be held responsible for that. So there is no separate entity of the sole proprietorship business. Next is lack of business continuity. Since the owner and the business are one and the same, so any mishappening with the proprietor like death, bankruptcy, imprisonment, insanity, illness, ailment, lunacy will affect the business. If the owner becomes incompetent to conduct the business, for example, in case of the death of the owner, or he becomes lunatic, or he has some kind of illness, or he is injured, or he has become bankrupt, in that case the business won't be able to continue. So the continuity of the business depends upon the continuity of the owner. Also, the business will depend upon the competency of the owner. Competency means whether he is able to conduct the business or not. If he is able to conduct the business, then only the business will continue, or else the business will shut down. Next is merits and advantages of sole proprietorship. Now we'll see what are the merits and advantages of sole proprietorship. Number one, quick decision making. As there is no one to be consulted, you don't need to wait for anyone. Whatever decisions are to be taken by you. So instant decision making is possible in sole proprietorship. You can take quick decisions. Next, sense of accomplishment. There is a personal satisfaction involved in working for oneself. When you work for yourself, in case of sole proprietorship, whatever amount of hard work you will invest in the business will reward you in the form of profits. So this will always provide you a sense of satisfaction in your mind. So there is a sense of accomplishment in the mind of the owner or the proprietor. Next is secrecy. Since you don't need to reveal your secrets of the business, all the books of accounts, all the information regarding the accounts as well as the business will remain with you only. So it is easy to maintain the secrets of the business. So secrecy can be maintained in case of sole proprietorship, as there is only one owner. So you don't need to disclose, neither you need to publish your accounts, neither you need to show your accounts to anyone. So secrecy can be maintained. Next is direct incentive. The more you work, the more profits you will get. With more efforts, you will be getting more returns, and such returns will be only yours. For example, if you are an employee in a large company, you are earning huge amount of salary. Still, if you are working much more than the amount of salary that you are getting, for that hard work, you won't be getting any direct reward. But in case of sole proprietorship business, if you work hard for your business will provide you return in the form of profits. So it will be direct incentive for you. Whenever you work hard, you will get more profits. So it is direct incentive in case of sole proprietorship. Next is easy formation and closure. Also, the formation and closure of sole proprietorship business is quite easy. You can easily start, you can easily shut down the business. There are very legal formalities are quite less there. Next is flexibility of operations. Also, since the sole proprietor has complete control over the business, he is the supreme judge in all affairs. He is free to alter or modify the nature and scope of his business. He can alter the business, he can alter the activities of the business, he can modify it as per his choice. So there is flexibility in the operation of sole proprietorship business. Next we'll see the disadvantages of sole proprietorship. Although there are many merits, there are some disadvantages also. We'll see that. Number one, limited resources. As one person may not have a huge amount of capital to invest, also his borrowing capacity will be limited. So the resources that he can put into the business will always be limited only. If there are 10 owners for a business, all that 10 persons can contribute capital. If everyone cannot contribute hard cash or contribute capital in the form of cash, somebody might be having land, somebody building, somebody huge plant and machinery, vehicles. So all of them can together contribute much resources for the business. But in case of sole proprietorship, since there is only one owner, so he might not be having huge amount of capital or resources for the business. So sole proprietorship business will always have limited resources with only one owner there. Next is limited life of the business concern. The life of the business is always limited because the life of the owner is limited. So the life of the business is also limited in case of sole proprietorship. Next is unlimited liability. This is also a biggest demerit of sole proprietorship business, that there is unlimited liability. In case of loss, you need to suffer for the loss. Whatever will be the amount of loss, you need to suffer. You may need to sell your personal property like your cows, like your house, your car, your personal cash, personal bank account, savings, whatever you have, everything you need to attach in case of huge losses. So the liability will always remain unlimited in case of sole proprietorship business. Next is limited managerial liability. One more disadvantage is that every proprietor may not be a good manager, but since the proprietor is the ultimate controller, he is responsible for all the activities of the business, so he might not be having expertise and judgment skill in that operations. So the limited managerial ability is always there. The ability to manage the business is always limited for one person. Like in case of a company, the owners are the shareholders, but the management of the business is conducted by the directors. So directors are those persons, those who have expertise in management. But in case of sole proprietorship, the owner himself is the manager of the business, is the controller of the business. So the managerial ability is always limited there. He cannot be perfect in every sphere of business. So what we get from here is limited resources, limited life of the business, unlimited liability, and limited managerial ability are the disadvantages of sole proprietorship business. So here you will be getting different forms of business organization, different advantages, different disadvantages, different features. So it will be quite important for you to learn this in a proper manner, to understand the concepts there. If you have any queries regarding this, please text me or call me. I am repeating this thing. Today, what the chapter we have started is the most important chapter of your syllabus. So please pay attention here, watch the videos carefully, and if you